Ha. So Leonard Jefferson has been sworn in. Okay. Good morning, sir. Directing you back to 1996 and specifically the night of the Tyson Seldon fight. Did you come to Las Vegas? Yes, sir. Listen, I don't. Somebody said, "Nah, Cho, you got rid of some loyal mods, though." Listen, are you loyal mods or are you loyal supporters? There's a difference. If you support me, you support me. But other people support me too. So I move moderate. I let everybody that support get a chance that want to moderate, that acts to moderate. So it ain't no less that I'm not you're not loyal or I'm not loyal to you. But I can't have everybody be a moderator. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? Because people start doing favoritism shit and this, that, and other. So you move them around. Ain't nobody been no day one. If day one is 2006, I've been on YouTube since 2006. Okay? Ain't no day ones. Day one is the fucking tunnel. VHS. That's day one. Okay, Malik? Day one is Keita G. That's the first person I gave a moderator to become a moderator. Keita G is day one. I just don't do the fake shit. That's all. Nigga said loyalty don't mean everything. Okay. You about two more joints from a block. Good morning, sir. Directing you back to the 1996 and specifically the night of the Tyson Seldon fight. Did you come to Las Vegas? Yes, sir. Where were you living back then? What state? You don't have to tell me exactly where. California. And why did you come to Las Vegas that weekend? I was coming for the Tyson fight. And did you come by yourself or with anybody else? I came with another gentleman. Did you ever make it to the MGM that night? Yes, I did. Did you ever make it into the fight? No, I did not. Why not? I sold my ticket. While you were at the MGM, did you see somebody that went by the name or whose name was Tupac Shakur? Yes, I did. And when did you see him? When? Yeah, coming in or going out. Oh, coming in, coming in. So you saw Mr. Shakur coming into the MGM for the Bruce Seldon fight? Yes, sir. What did you do after you sold your ticket? I was people watching, just watching, the people come in, just all the different celebrities, different people. And after the fight started, I crossed the street to my hotel. Do you remember what hotel that was? I believe it was then it was the Monte Carlo. And did your friend go with you? Yes. Does there come a point in the time, after you leave the MGM when you decide you want to leave the Monte Carlo? And and why? Yes. And why did you want to leave the Monte Carlo? I wanted to get something to eat. Objection, leading. You could tell this person already told the story and they just asking the questions to get them through the story. And where did you go and where are you getting it from? California Pizza Chicken Kitchen. California Pizza Kitchen. And did you pre-order it or were you going to drive over there? Yeah, I phoned in my order. After you phoned in your order, did you leave the Monte Carlo? Yes, I did. And what vehicles were you in? I was in my Suburban. Were you alone were you alone or did your friend go with you? I was by myself. So after you get into the Suburban, I assume you leave the Monte Carlo. At some point, do you see Mr. Shakur again? Leading, bro. You can tell this motherfucker done told them this story and they just coaching them through it. Yes, I do. And to the best of your recollection, where were you when you saw Mr. Shakur? I was on the strip, Las Vegas Boulevard. And were you heading northbound? I don't know the direction. Where were you headed? Let me ask you this. So if the Monte Carlo is Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard, were you heading in the direction of, let's say, what is it now? The stratosphere or the wind? Yes. So you were heading in that direction. I was heading in the direction that I'm facing now. Okay. Does there come a point in time? Well, where do you see Mr. Shakur? Well, I was driving and I came to a stoplight. Stopped at the light, and while I was stopped, a car rolled up and the wheels really caught my attention. And I looked up and it was Tupac and Suge in the car. And when you saw Tupac and Suge, did you say anything to Mr. Shakur? Yes, I did. And why did you say something to Mr. Shakur? I was just saying hello, what's up to him. I had a conversation with him before in Los Angeles, and I was just saying what's up to him. How did you know, or how did you meet him in Los Angeles? I had I used to sell cars, and a couple of, a friend of mine used to work for Death Row. What? Oh my God. This whole shit is a setup, bro. This whole shit is a setup. You can tell they like that motherfuckers looking at him like, no, nigga, talk about this. We talked about that without even being in the room, just all this stuttering. I had I used to sell cars, and a couple a friend of mine used to work for Death Row, and I sold cars to a couple of the employees there. And while I was there, sometimes I interacted with him, talked with him maybe one or two times. So when you said Tupac or hey, Tupac, did Tupac respond to you? This shit is so leading, bro. This shit is so leading. How this person ain't know if Tupac said what's up to him first? This is how you know this shit is all coached. This shit is all coached. Yeah, he kind of wait. So when you said Tupac or hey Tupac, did Tupac respond to you? Yeah. He he kind of looked, kind of paused, and then he recognized me and he said, "Oh, what up, man?" And then I said, "Hey, where you guys going?" And he said, "We're going to the club. You should follow us." I said, "All right, cool." Did you make a request of Mr. Shakur at that point? Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. I was a fan and all that, I guess, or whatever. And I said, "Hey, man, let me get a picture real quick." If this nigga just told you to follow him to the club and you get ready to go follow him to the club, why you need a picture right there at the light? I don't believe this. I don't believe this story. I don't believe this story. That picture looked like Tupac wasn't even aware the picture was about to be taken. So you tell me that nigga said, "Yo, let me get a picture real quick," and Tupac faces like, instead of him like, or making a pose or pointing to Suge or just some he just looked like a deer in headlights and he asked for that picture? Who tracked this dude down and coached him to this shit, man? Come on, man. I don't believe this, man. I don't believe this for nothing. That no, not. I believe this dude may have took a picture of Tupac, but they had all this conversation at the light, and he asked to take a picture, and that's Tupac pose for the picture. A dead headlights. Somebody coached this dude, man. Did you make a request of Mr. Shakur at that point? Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't know. I was a fan and all. What nigga? You how you a fan and all? You been seeing this thing at the label on the regular. You just said you see them that you sell cars to these niggas. Now I understand you being a fan and all, but you done met him a few times. And I said, hey man, let me get a picture real quick. And did you take a picture of him? Yes. And I'm showing you what has been marked. Look, they cut him off. I'm showing you what's been marked as grand jury exhibit number 43. Do you recognize that? Yes. What is it? It's a picture of Tupac and Suge in a BMW. And is that the photograph you took that night? Yes, sir. After you took this photograph, what did you see? Wait, after you took this photograph, what do you see, Suge? Or does the car drive away? Yeah. So after I took the picture, I put my camera back on the center console and the light changed green and then they took off. And I saw a few cars behind them and I recognized some of the cars. So I let them go because I was going to go behind them. And so once they passed me up, I got behind them. He recognized some of the cars that was with them from where? Where would he recognize some of these cars that's with them? Let me see where the hell this is going. And I saw a few cars behind them, and I recognized some of the cars, so I let them go because I was going to get behind them. And so once they passed me up, I got behind them. And what kind of car were you in? I was in a Suburban, a Chevy Suburban. And do you remember what color it was? White. So you're at the kind of the tail end of the entourage. You've now started following them. I was about 3 cars behind. It's the Outlaws. It's Buntree. So he's saying he's the 3rd car. Okay, at some point, does Mr. Knight turn off of Las Vegas Boulevard? Yes. And sometime after he turns off Las Vegas Boulevard, does something catch your attention? After he turns off? Well, at some point, do you hear something that causes your concern? Leading, Your Honor, leading, objection, leading. Actually, I was on the phone calling California Pizza to cancel my food order, and I made the right turn. After I made the right turn, I don't know, maybe 5-10 seconds. I don't know the exact time. I just heard pop, 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 pop. After hearing that, what do you see? I see people jump out of the cars and they run in front. They run towards the BMW. The BMW that Tupac and Suge were in? Yes. So is it fair to say you never saw a suspect vehicle or the shooter or anything like that? No. You just heard shots and then you saw the commotion that goes to Tupac's car. Hold on, bro. He's at the light with them. Yo, Pac, what up? Blah, 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 blah. Yo, take this picture. Psh. You take the picture. Yo, follow us. Boom. Pac drive off. Here come Frank and the Outlaws. Here come Buntree and Neckbone. And he said he went and got behind him. Suge make the right. Witchcore make the right. Frank make the right. Buntree make the right. He's behind them. He make the right. And then he hear the shots. So where the fuck is the alleged Keefy D car come pulling up on them at? How did they zoom past this nigga and he don't see nothing? Is this why they saying they got him on the phone so he could say he didn't see nothing? So is it fair to say you never saw the suspect vehicle? Wait. At some point, does Mr. Knight turn off of Las Vegas Boulevard? Yes. And sometime after he turns off of Las Vegas Boulevard, does something catch your attention? After he turns off, well, at some point, do you hear something that causes your concern? Actually, I was on the phone calling California Pizza to cancel my food order, and I made the right turn. After I made the right turn, I don't know, maybe 5-10 seconds. I don't know the exact time, but I just heard pop, pop, pop. After hearing that, what did you see? I see some people jump out of the cars and they run in front. They run towards the BMW. The BMW that Tupac and Suge were in, yes. So is it fair to say you never saw a suspect or the shooter or anything like that? No. Objection. Leading. Why didn't you ask him if did he see a shooter? How do you already know that he didn't see a vehicle or a shooter or anything like that? Because this motherfucker was already prepped. Y'all went through this already. You just heard shots and then you saw the commotion that goes on to Tupac's car. Yes, sir. What happens after that? After that, I see the BMW make a wide U-turn. And then it makes the U-turn. There was the people that had ran towards the car are now running back towards their car. And one of the guys tried to get in my vehicle, but my door was locked. And I recognized the guy, but the guy wasn't riding with me. So I guess he realized he was in the wrong car or trying to get in the wrong car. And then I got caught up in the moment and I followed behind him and I made the U-turn as well. Why would somebody go run and try to get into a white Suburban? Frank and them wasn't in a white Suburban. Buntree and them was in a black Toyota Supra. So why would somebody that was with Pop run and try to get into the white Suburban? Somebody said, honestly, Choke, this guy has done interviews before and never said any of this, only about the picture. He needs to find something else to do, I guess. No, trust me. If what you're saying is right, there's an angle for why they got him saying what he's saying. Now the evidence has established that the shooting happens as the entourage is heading eastbound on Flamingo about Colville. You see Suge take a left and go back towards the strip. as well as the other cars, and start following them. And you follow as well. Yes, sir. Can you describe for me how Suge's driving westbound on Flamingo as he gets to sort of where the strip is? Yeah, he was speeding and he maneuvered away from one car or a few cars, and then he made a big wide left turn back onto the strip or Las Vegas Boulevard. As he made that turn, he went up on the curb, and then he came back down, and then he sped off, and then he came through the intersection as well. Oh, y'all fucked up here, but I can't say why. I can't say why. And do you follow him until, well, at some point, does his vehicle stop? Yes. So there was like, it was kind of a crowded, and wait, let me go back to that. Yeah, he was speeding and he maneuvered away from one car or a few cars, and then he made a big wide left turn back onto the strip or Las Vegas Boulevard. And as he made that turn, he went up on the curb, and then he came back down, and then he sped off, and then he came back through the intersection as well. Well, I gotta, what page is this? 61. I gotta let this nigga hear this. Yeah, he was speeding and he maneuvered away from one car or a few cars, and then he made a big wide left turn on back onto the strip or Las Vegas Boulevard. As he made that turn, he went up on the curb, and then he came back down, and then he sped off, and then we came through the intersection as well. And did you follow him until, well, at some point, does his vehicle stop? Yes. So there was like, it was kind of a crowded, so excuse me. Yes, so there was like, it was kind of crowded, and he made a left turn, and then he couldn't get across the way. I remember he couldn't get across. And then he was sitting there, some bicycle cops rode up on their bikes, and one of the cops threw the bikes down and was, giving them commands. Did you hear Suge say anything? Yes, I did. What did you hear him saying? I heard him saying, my man Pac is shot. Pac is shot. As you watching this unfold with police at Suge's car, did something happen to you? Yes. What happens? Objection, Your Honor, leading. How you knew something happened to him? Y'all really went over this shit, didn't y'all? So what happens? So as I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and a cop comes up to me and pulls a shotgun on me and drags me out of my car. Okay. And then what does he do with you? He throws me on the ground, and I'm questioning, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And I don't remember what he said. Oh, he asked me, was I with them? was I with them? And I was like, no, I wasn't. And he said, well, we have witnesses saying that you were. What? Oh, yeah, I really got to motherfucking tell this thing about this shit. Oh, he asked me, was I with them? Was I with them? And I was like, no, I wasn't. And he said, well, we have witnesses saying that you were. And I said, I just saw them. I just saw them at the intersection. I just took a picture. And then, they were searching me and they searched my vehicle. And as I was laying there, I saw, the melee going on with the police with Suge. And I saw them run over there to the other side, to the passenger side where Tupac was. I saw them trying to get in the car. And is it fair to say this motherfucker keep cutting him off when he getting ready to volunteer some shit? Is it fair to say that there were multiple vehicles with multiple people pulled out and proned out? I don't remember. I just remember myself. You just remember yourself getting pulled out like that? Yes. At some point, do you get released from the scene, which is basically the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon? Yes, I do. And where do you go? I went back to my hotel. And when you got there, where in the hotel did you go? I went back to the craps table where I left my friend and he was still there. And did you start to tell him kind of a crazy objection, Your Honor? Leading. These motherfuckers really went over this. Oh, they went over this. I went back to the craps table where I left my friend and he was still there. And did you start to tell him kind of the crazy story of what just happened? Yeah. I was talking to him and telling him what happened, and that was it. While you were standing there talking to your friend, did something happen? Yes. I had been there about 10, 15 minutes, and I'm standing there talking to my friend, and all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder. And I look behind me, and it's the same police officer that drugged me out of my vehicle. And he said, we fucked up. We shouldn't have let you go. The detectives need you back at the scene. Wait a minute. How the fuck did they know where he went? So you telling me he's only been going 10, 15 minutes. These niggas is shot up outside, waiting for the ambulance, all this other shit. And some way or another, they found this nigga not in his room, but at the fucking crap table. This shit, something stinks about this. Something stinks about this witness, man. It's gonna come by the end of the testimony. It's gonna come out. Watch. Whatever they fucking cooking up here. It's some bullshit. And I look behind me, it's the same police officer that drugged me out of my vehicle. And he said, we fucked up. We shouldn't have let you go. The detectives need you back at the scene. And did you agree to go with him? Yes, I did. And did you then go back to the scene? Yes, I did. And at some point, do you relay information that you took a photograph of Tupac and Suge that night? Yes, sir. He said that when they first pulled him out the fucking truck. And do the police, I don't know if either you voluntarily gave it to them or whether or not they just took it. But at some point, did the police officers recover your camera, take a copy of it, but then provide you your camera back. Yeah. The detective, I can't remember his name, but he interviewed me. He asked me to see the camera. And it was a 35 millimeter camera, and I still had some exposure. So I don't know. Well, you guess, I mean, you guys look like you know what a 35 millimeter camera is. So the camera that I had, like, so the camera that I had like a self rewind. Like, if you don't know, if you don't take all the, you know, expose all of all, expose all it, all, I guess all of it, you can do a rewind. So they wanted to, he said, do you mind if I, you know, take my film? And I said, sure. He said, well, we'll get it back to you. We just want to see if, the picture that you took, to see if there's anything that, that's, if there's anything on that picture. Essentially, moments before Tupac is shot, this shows what he's wearing and what Suge is wearing in that vehicle. Yes, sir. That completes my questions for the witness. If the grand jury has any questions. Oh, I have one. I'm sorry. Did you get your film back? Yes, I did. They FedExed it back to me about a week, 2 weeks later. And did you get that camera, the picture back? The picture? Did they give you? They sent me back the film. Yeah. They just had the film. Thank you. So they dismissed this guy. How did they find this dude in the casino at the crap table? How far is the Monte Carlo from? Let me pull up a goddamn map. You tell me they was able to find this nigga after he left, and they couldn't find that white Cadillac that same night? Okay, let's see here. Where is the Monte Carlo? Where the hell's Flamingo at? This is Koval right here. All right, so right here, let's pull it right in the middle. Okay. So right here is where Pac got shot. Right here. Where the fuck is the Monte Carlo? So they got shot right here. Is the Monte Carlo still there? Let me see. Yeah, it is. I think it's still there. That's the one they do the water show. It's on Las Vegas Boulevard. So you tell me this dude went all the way up here to Las Vegas Boulevard, parked his car, went and met his friend at the crap table, and the cop pulled up on him and found him? Let me see something here. What's this distance between? Let's see what's on Cove Island. Weston, Las Vegas Hotel to the Monte Carlo. What is it? Driving distance. Oh, it's the Park MGM now. The Monte Carlo is the Park MGM. Park MGM distance to go out. Go. There we go. Okay. Make sure y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see that. All right. So Pac and Suge is right here. Right where you see this red dot at. Right here, right? So you telling me this is where they got shot at. The dude leaves. He drives all the way over here. And there's a 15-minute drive, y'all. He drives from here all the way over here, all the way down here to the Monte Carlo. How was they able to find him and his hotel on the casino floor after he parked? And Suge and them is 15 minutes away. How did they find him, bro? And you tell me they could not find the Cadillac that shot up the car? Who was that making sense to, bro? I need to read that part again. Oh, damn, did I close it? Yeah, I did. Hold on. Something ain't right about that. What page? It says 61. All right. Y'all got to stay with me on this one. Like, how, how, just how is it fair that is it fair to say that there were multiple vehicles with multiple people pulled out and proned out? I don't remember. I just remember myself. You just remember yourself getting pulled out like that. Yes. At some point, did you get released from the scene, which basically the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon? Yes, I do. Hold on. Let me look at Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon. Still a 9-minute drive, half a mile away. I don't care. This nigga still parked this car, went in the casino. How the fuck they find this dude? That fast. And at some point, you got released. At some point, do you get released from the scene, which is basically the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon? Yes, I do. And where did you go? I went back to my hotel. And when you got there, where in the hotel did you go? I went back to the crap table where I left my friend, and he was still there. And did you start to tell him kind of the crazy story of what just happened? Yeah, I was talking to him and telling him what happened, and that was it. While you were standing there talking to your friend, did something happen? Yes. I had been out, I had been there about 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes talking to his friend, which means he parked his car, valeted his car, walked through the goddamn casino, and was there talking to his friend for 15 minutes. And the police was able to find this nigga in Vegas amongst all these people. What the fuck? He left the scene, say, yo, man, y'all need me. I'll be at the crap table over in the Monte Carlo. Yes, I had been there about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm standing there talking to my friend, and all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder. And I look behind, it's the same police officer that drug me out of my vehicle. I would love to know this cop's name. I would love to know this cop's name. And he said, we fucked up. We shouldn't have let you go. The detectives need you back at the scene. I bet you this is one of the motherfuckers that was working for Reggie. Them motherfuckers need to make sure they ain't had no pictures of the fucking shooter. That's what the fuck that was. That's why they took his camera and his film to make sure he ain't have a picture of the motherfucking shooter. Me, I wouldn't have gave up my camera. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that completes the presentation for today. I'll apologize with all the out-of-state witnesses. It's hard to line up more than a couple each week. So we will be back, I believe, next Thursday to present some more matters. And I know Mr. Palau instructed you on the specific statement made by Sergeant Ladd concerning the Southside Crips being responsible for Tupac's murder. But Sergeant Ladd a number of times said, I was told this, I was told that. Sergeant Ladd is an expert, and an expert can only rely upon evidence, even if that evidence is not admissible. So when he makes statements like, I was told this, I was told that, it is for the purposes of establishing his opinions and why he has those opinions. Any statement he made about information he was told by other people was not offered or nor may it may be considered by you for the truth of the matter asserted, only to be to give context to the opinions that he had. Only to give context to the opinions that he was providing you. Is there anybody who cannot follow that instructions? Okay, thank you. We'll see you next week. Yeah, he told y'all that shit to put that shit in y'all head. To help y'all make a decision to goddamn indict Keefe D. All right. Let's get to